What's up, guys? It's Jay, MorninAfterKill, and I'm back here on Borderlands 2. And this is my continued coverage of the Borderlands 2 Headhunter Pack DLC number 2, The Horrible Hunger of the Ravenous Wattle Gobbler, which actually came out this week, 2 days ago, and a lot of people were thinking that it's going to be a Thanksgiving-themed DLC, and even though it does have a few references towards Thanksgiving, this is mainly centered around a whole Hunger Games style of reference and Easter egg, and I'm gonna go through and show you guys what this Hunger Games references are inside this DLC. But I do want to reiterate the fact that this DLC does not have a lot of content. It's only 15 minutes long for the main mission. Then you have a 22-minute raid boss difficulty conversation with Grandma Torg. I've already put that up on my channel, and there's not much content. Even though it's only $3, I wouldn't recommend buying it. It's not worth $3. I mean, honestly. So let's go ahead and take a look at all the Hunger Games references inside of this DLC. So immediately as you start the DLC, you will find out that Torg is hosting a game show where contestants go in and they fight in the combat to their death. And this is pretty much the premise of the Hunger Games. So immediately right away we have a Hunger Games reference, staring us into the face. And then a couple minutes later we get introduced to President Smith. Now, President Smith is unusually white, he's unbearably bored, and he's uninterested, which is pretty much the, side-by-side comparison of President Snow from the Hunger Games, which is, he's the president of the capital of the government that's oppressing the motherfucking people. But you also find out from President Smith that Torg sold the Torg Corporation to him a long time ago for $12.50 and a high motherfucking five. That is absolutely hilarious. The fact that not only Torg wanted $12.50, but he actually put a high five into that. So that's it's pretty funny, Torg. It's pretty funny. But they kept Torg on as a spokesperson to try to, get people to want to buy Torg merchandise because, Torg is Torg. You think of a company that's selling high-powered explosives, you think of Torg. So let's move on. You also have the tributes from Pandora, which are enemies, little mini bosses from all different areas of Pandora. Now, these are the tributes from the districts in the Hunger Games, which is they follow the same scheme: one male, one female from an area inside of the the land that they live in. The land. I don't even know what it's called in the Hunger Games. I think they're just called districts. So you do have the tributes that come from all different sections, and in the Hunger Games, the reason why they do that is because the people tried to overthrow the government like 75 years ago. So they said, "Fuck you, fuck everybody. We're gonna make an example of all you and kill one of your children, male, one female, every motherfucking year, and we're gonna put it on TV and we're gonna make you motherfuckers watch it." That's pretty fucking horrible. It is, but it's actually the series is a really good book. I own all 3 books and I've read them quite a few times. So that's something you probably don't know about me. I do a lot of reading. So let's move on, and we have these Varkid looking creatures which are known as Stabber Jabbers in this game. Now, these are pretty much the Tracker Jacker wasps that are inside of the Hunger Games, which is basically they're highly aggressive wasps that were bred genetically from the capital, and they use them to kind of fuck with people. They're pretty much like a biological weapon. And actually, there's a hive inside of the first Hunger Games that, Katniss, that goddamn, oh my god, Jennifer Lawrence, I just want to sit on my face, bitch. So her and that little girl Ruth, they're up in a tree and they're stuck. There's people down there with big swords. They're like, "We want to kill you." And they're like, "We don't want to die." They're like, "We're all gonna die." They're like, "Oh yeah." So what they do is they hack down a fucking Tracker Jacker nest, they drop them, and, shit breaks loose, and somebody gets stung so many times, they motherfucking start puking all over the place, and they start hallucinating. It's kind of like an aggressive version of doing LSD or mushrooms. So, anyway, an interesting side note to this is the fact that the Stabber Jabber name, it follows the rhyme scheme of the Tracker Jackers from the Hunger Games, but it also includes the word jabber, and the jabber is also a reference to the Hunger Games with these birds called the Jabberjays. Now, the Jabberjays were bred by the capital to spy on the humans And pretty much, this is like where the whole Hunger Games starts. It's like, you know, because these are mutations made by the Capitol, and they actually sent them out into the wild to spy on people, but they bred with mockingbirds, and they became known as mockingjays, and that's actually the bird that's on all the Hunger Games merchandise and Katniss's pin and shit like that. But, you know, it's pretty much like a symbol that the Capitol fucked up, that no matter how much they try, nature will always find a way to put a big dick right in the ass of your motherfucking plans. So, anyway, the last reference to the Hunger Games is gonna be the arena. As soon as you get to the arena, you're gonna enter through elevators under the ground, and then you're surrounded by all the other tributes, and pretty much as soon as it starts, there's a huge cornucopia in the middle of the arena. Now, in this is actually a literal cornucopia, and you have to fight a giant turkey. That did not happen in the Hunger Games! Although, if it did happen in the Hunger Games, I would actually... it might have made it a better story. So, anyway, cornucopia is basically a Thanksgiving icon, but it was also that shape was used in the Hunger Games, and that's where they all put the good gear, the good weapon at the start of the Hunger Games. Then they sound a horn, and all these kids just fucking make a beeline to grab all these weapons, and once they do, they just start slamming each other over the head with weapons. And there's one hot chick, she tackles Jennifer Lawrence, and she holds a knife to her throat, and I'm like, kiss her, baby. Kiss her! But there was no kissing being done. So, pretty much, this entire DLC is, I don't want to call it a cash grab. But, you know, they made a Hunger Games reference DLC, which kind of has almost little to no content, and it happens to come out right around the time that another Hunger Games movie is about to come out, which is called Catching Fire. That's coming out this holidays, and yeah, it looked like they were trying to go for, like, everybody, like, oh my god, Katniss, I gotta buy this DLC, till you actually play it and you find out that this DLC sucks fucking balls. And the only thing cool about it is a couple of the mild references towards the Hunger Games, which, I mean, you just see them. You don't need to own this DLC now. I mean, seriously, it's not that big of a deal. So, my name is Jay, MorninAfterKill. Make sure you guys rate, comment, subscribe. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you could leave a thumbs up on the video, I would highly appreciate it, because it gives me motivation to make more videos for you motherfuckers that watch my motherfucking videos. But also, how hot is Jennifer Lawrence? I mean, seriously, I can imagine, like, her vagina just being, like, the holy grail. Like, as soon as you look at it, it's like, ah, and it's like, hey, how's it going? And the pussy's like, hey, fuck me. It's like, what? Why is the vagina talking to me? But then you don't worry about it, because it's Jennifer Lawrence's vagina. If her vagina wants to talk to you, you let it. You let it. That's because, you know, that's a very rich vagina. So, my name is Jay, MorninAfterKill. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys later.
Not bad. I have a thing!